We're starting again with the tea
and coffee.
And coffee we're gonna discuss. There's a real discuss here. We're gonna discuss today the relationships. Again, there's like a lot of relationships and a lot of relationships going south. Do you know what does this means, going south?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Why what? Why relationships going south, or why south?
Do you know what is the expression of things going south? For those people that are not from United States of America, there is expression about things going south that means, what does it mean?
Just going in wrong direction, not functioning.
Going down. So, I'm gonna put it from the man perspective. When your penis goes south, that means it's going down. It doesn't go up, and women don't like that. This is a little bit sexual kind of thing, but I hope we grab your attention, okay? So do not let your penis to go south, okay? It should be always going north. And today we're going to discuss a relationship going south. As anything in these productions, sharing our experience, I'm going to share today an experience that I have experienced yesterday with my woman here. She is a woman, I'm a man, so this is the problem. This was the problem. I went home after a lot of work. What time I wake up yesterday?
Pretty early, like 7:30 maybe.
7:30, so what time did I come home?
Midnight?
Midnight.
Midnight.
So from 7 in the morning, like a real man, I went and I did some job. I finished some job. That was a job to make money, a project. I was actually working for a friend of mine who has a restaurant apparently, and I was installing something for his restaurant, and then I went to meet some friends. That was my hobby. It's a biohacking. If you want to know about this, go to biohackingtribe.com and you will see like my side project. It's a hobby that is going to turn into business. Me and my partner, Greg Yulan, we are doing a little project. So I went, after all these days, so I went home, and what I have experienced was something terrible. I have experienced something that it's called the mood of a woman. She was waiting for me the whole day, not the whole day because she also has a job, 9 to 5 job. And she went home after 6:30 home, and let's say she went home 7. What time did you go home?
Yeah, I got home a little after 7.
About 7 o'clock she went, and she started dreaming about me, that I should go home, that I should be with her, and then I should make love to her. And she was dreaming about that we're gonna take a walk around this beautiful area here in Brooklyn, and we're gonna have a good time, but none of this happened. So now I want you guys to hear the way exactly she felt. She will tell you how she felt. Yes, I cannot describe these feelings, but I'm gonna tell you later on how did I felt when I went home. So how did you feel when you was waiting for me? Let's hear that.
Yeah, to begin with, it's pretty uncomfortable to share very personal experience.
It's not public. Yes,
no,
it's
I'm
not.
Just trying to.
You have to do it because
I'm trying to share my personal feelings, how I feel and what I feel, to share something very personal. But okay. So yesterday, when I got home at about 7. I really wanted to spend some time with my partner.
In crime, a lover.
In crime, yes. So I was waiting and waiting and waiting. I know he is a very busy person. He has his projects, he has his own interests, friends, businesses. But yeah, yesterday somehow it was Friday. I worked 9 to 5 all week, and I'm just a regular American, wanted to have some fun on Friday night.
This is the Matrix, that's what tell you.
Yes.
They programmed this
Yes.
into her head that Friday night we gotta go chill and we gotta. Okay, it's a good thing, okay, but I don't accept it, okay?
We didn't really have time all week to spend
Yes.
quality time together. It was just coffee in the morning, and then in the evening we just went to bed, and that was it.
For the whole week.
So yesterday I was kind of hoping for
And no sex, by the way, no sex this week.
You are constantly interrupting me. It's impossible to share my story with the public.
Okay, share.
Yeah. So, and yesterday I was hoping for a different scenario to just, I don't know, spend some quality time together. And my partner was trying to do his best and get home early, but the early was midnight. Obviously, I was exhausted. I woke up at 7 a.m., even 6 a.m., I apologize. And by midnight, I was already devastated. I had a glass of wine, I was sleepy. And when he showed up, I showed him that I wasn't happy that he came home so late. And yes, my partner wasn't very satisfied with the way I greeted him when he came. And yes, that's my side of the story, I believe.
Yeah,
What
it's
else
true,
can
yeah.
I add?
Yes, yes. Now I'm gonna do interrogation. I'm gonna ask, like, I'm gonna put her on the spot. It's like, it's gonna be not good, but I have to do it. Now the thing is that women, they do these things, right? They have their demands to men, and I'm gonna tell you from a man perspective, it's a very good thing, and thanks God that women have these demands to men, because otherwise every man would turn into a lazy guy and will do nothing all day long. It will stay in front of the TV, watch Netflix, and probably jerk off on some other websites. You know what I'm talking about. But men are not like this, you know. Men, they just want to have their own thing. They have to have their own projects. And sometimes, I would say a lot of times, women, they do not understand this impulse or drive, or I would say it's even not a drive. This is like an instinct for men to go out and do stuff. And the reason men do that, I'm going to tell you my personal reason. And I guess it's most of the men in relationship, it's just to provide for this relationship. They have to, that's what women don't understand, is that men has to actually do these things to provide for this relationship, to sustain. I mean, like, in any way, in first of all monetary, then second, yeah. But when men do that, they somehow they forgot the importance of the relationship. Sometimes men go too much and they work too many hours and they get involved themselves in too many projects and they kind of overlook their relationship. Now I would say that if I am really honest and look at this through, not just through man point, it's kind of messed up from a man to do that. I think they should prioritize the relationship. It is important, the relationship. The problem is how you manage your priorities to keep both things working together. It's very, very difficult. I know it's very difficult. How do I know? I'm 47 years now, and a lot of people could not accomplish that. There was one guy, I want to give you this name. His name is Harv T. Eckert, who had this similar experience of what in his talks and his seminars or whatever, he was sharing his experience about how he's a multi-millionaire guy. He did a lot of business, but he said that about the age of 45, his business took over and his family and relationship was almost destroyed. So he started thinking on this topic, and he say how a man can balance, how the man can juggle all these things. And he actually came up with this, some kind of a solution. And out of this, of course, he created another business. Another business of his is how to balance the life of man. how to keep the relationship in perfect condition, how to keep the business in perfect condition. And that is not an easy thing. This is like almost like an art, the art of life, how to, for a man. So now, I told you about this man thing. Now, I hope that she will tell you from the perspective of a woman how this could be improved. I know something, I know how men operates, how they think and what they do. Now, men would usually do that. If they don't have something resolved in their life, they will go and look for help. They will go and try to find either a mentor or a guru or somebody to give them a little bit of knowledge. And I want to point something very, very important. This, if you listen this carefully, I guess it will help you a lot. Any problem you have in your life, anything that you have in your life, problem in business, problem in relationship, problem in health, problem in any kind of problem, the men part of the population, they know that it always has been resolved by somebody else. So it's very easy to fix your life if you know this information. If you have problem with health, thousands of books was written and hundreds of thousands of people have shared experience. Especially now with this YouTube and internet and Facebook and Instagram, you don't have to go too far. All you have to do is to go in YouTube. If you have problem, for example, with your W2 or W4 form, it will take you 1 hour to almost to become expert on how to fill this form. So all the knowledge is out there, but men, they understand that better than women, I guess so. I do not know. Maybe there are some women, they go this way, but this is how men think. And every problem you had in your life has been always resolved by somebody else. So all that you have to do to go to the sources and to see how other people face this problem, resolve this problem, hear their opinion, take a couple of people and make the most average solution out of this 5, 10 or 5 or 10 or 20 gurus. The more people you listen, the better for you, the better you will come with your personal resolution of this problem. So now, having said that, I want her to reflect on that and to say how women, this is my question to her, how women resolve this kind of problems, how women go to resolve their problem on any level, personal, in relationship, in family, in business, in jobs, or any else. What do you think? How women approach this problem? How they resolve any problems in their life?
Well, first of all, I have a question to you before I start answering your question. So
okay,
you're
I'm
saying
ready.
that all men do that. They are looking for a common, how should I put it?
Common denominator
sample
of yes.
To resolve the problem, especially personal problems. So do you really believe that personal problems can be resolved using
other people's knowledge?
Other people's, not knowledge, but samples of for resolution their problems, which, like, there are not two people on the planet Earth who have similar experience, similar personal problems, and similar everything. We are all unique. We all differ from each other, and our situations are different and can be resolved using, you know, just a sample from internet, from YouTube, from Carl Jung, from...
Yes, I understand your question. Now, I've heard a lot on this topic. I want to give 2 pointers or 3 here. First of all men are the same, one thing. And then all women are the same on a level of biology, for example. You know,
right.
Then we go through our pathways. Our education is different, our family is different, our growing up experience are different. So in that term, everybody is unique. But you are not a snow How is this thing?
Snowflake, unicorn.
You are not a unicorn in this term. You are not a snowflake in this term. You are not unique in any way. In simple levels of biology and physiology, we're all the same, pretty much. I mean, men are the same, and women are totally different than men, but they are pretty much the same. Now, what I was talking about is this. It's one basic concept I will give you. Instead of resolving your own problem through your own lens and thinking, oh, I'm a unique person and therefore I'm the only one to resolve the problem, I would just simply suggest, just go to other people that have experienced this problem, see their opinion, hear what they are about to say, gather a little bit more information, just gather a little bit more knowledge, and then try to kind of extract. Maybe some guy will say, this is how I resolve this problem. Another guy will say, this is how I resolve this problem. This is how I resolve this problem. This is how I resolve this problem. If this is personal matter thing, yes, it's always, that's what I'm saying. It's better to draw a conclusion based on not only your experience, but first to see other people's experience. I'm saying that it's better to work out of knowledge. I'm not saying that this would be the solution, your unique solution for this problem. No, 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 it's not going to be. But all I'm suggesting is to have a little bit more knowledge, because I would say trying to resolve, if I have problem with you, personal problem, this is how I think. If I try to resolve this problem directly with you, without listening what other people have to say, I believe it's going to take me more time. That's all I'm trying to say. It's going to take me more time. It's going to take more conversation. It's going to take more communications with you.
So you'd rather go and look for the answer somewhere else, rather than ask me what I want?
No, you don't understand. You don't understand. I'm not looking for the answers. I'm looking for an estimation of how other people was looking or finding these answers, you know. I'm trying to say that it's better to learn from somebody else's experiences, because a young person, what the young person would do, will say, okay, I'm going to resolve this problem, and I'm saying they will resolve this problem. A young person will resolve this problem, but it may take him 10 years to resolve the problem.
I apologize for interrupting you,
yes,
but I think if we're speaking about W2 form or W4 form, if we're speaking about some legal advice, then yes, obviously, the research might help, and it will actually help. But when it comes to interpersonal problems, people have to look inwards, just like one of your favorite gurus, Sadhguru, says. Just look there instead of looking over there. Look here and look here. That's it. That's all it takes. And I don't want to speak on behalf of all women. I can speak on my behalf only, and it's a very subjective opinion. One more time, let me just remind, don't follow my advice.
Why don't?
Yes, it's very subjective, because every person approaches these kind of issues differently. Okay. And my approach would be to look here, to try to resolve your personal issues, and to try to understand what are the issues of your partner by directly asking him, hey, what's your issue? What's your problem? How may I make your day better? How may I make your life easier? How can I improve your mood? What can I do?
But that's not what, that you're preaching one philosophy, but you are executing another.
That's how it is in life.
Well, that's not how it is in life.
Do you follow your own philosophies?
Yes, I try to follow. The rule is I'm trying to. What is it? Preach. What do you?
I think you're recording.
I am recording. Yeah. No. Yes. No. We are on recording or no? Huh? Yes. Yes. I think we are recording.
Technical problems. Some technical issues.
No, I'm just saying. Practice what you preach. That's what I'm saying.
Do you practice what you preach?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe you see it differently. I'm trying to be very straightforward with you, and you I don't know if you understand it. I'm trying to be straightforward. I'm telling you how I feel directly. I don't try to hold on. And yeah, I do sometimes. But it's not good idea to hold on for too long, because what we have learned with her is like holding on too much and building up pressure or
Grudges.
resentment. It's not good thing. Yeah. So out of this, I would say yes, it's good to shoot straightforward. It's good to communicate directly when it comes to relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe in this Kabbalistic rule when they ask people to pause if they find themselves under pressure. Do not do anything right away. Do not answer right away. Do not shoot right away. Just pause, think a little bit, but don't hold for too long. Give yourself 10 seconds, 10 minutes, whatever time you may need, but then talk.
I'm wondering if we are recording. Are we recording?
Yeah, we're gonna check if we are.
We're gonna check now if we are recording here. No sense to talk about, I think. Yes, we are recording. Fantastic. We are 21 minutes, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
We only have 10 minutes, 10 more minutes. Yes, we are recording. So, very good. What you guys are about to say, what do you guys think is going on here? Are we on the right track? Who do you like? Do you like better her or me? Yeah, say me.
Not if we're
I'm
trying
just
to
joking.
compete, but we would appreciate any feedback. You can comment.
We want to create some drama here, okay? You get it? We want some drama so you can feel our pain or whatever.
Not at all, actually. I just want to say one thing, that it's not easy to share your personal shit. You can beep the word shit because we don't know how old is
we know our audience is 18 plus,
18
okay?
plus, yes.
18 plus, we don't want teenagers. This is a serious shit, okay?
Shit.
For the teenagers, other channel will be.
So yeah, it's not easy to share, but my partner is absolutely right that probably women and men have different ways to approach it and different ways to solve
Problems, yeah.
their personal problems in the family. So I would rather talk to my partner and talk to myself, not talk to myself, but to think about my personal issues. Because yesterday I'm more than sure that the reason for all this misunderstanding was my personal issues I had during the day, a little bit of stress here and there. And by midnight, when my partner came back, it just built up. And this tiny little bit that he was slightly late, it was the last drop, and
You lost it.
I didn't lose it. I didn't create any drama, but he could tell that I wasn't happy.
Okay, so now I want to tell you, thanks God I study women. And thanks God, if you're a guy, I'm going to give you now a good suggestion. And I was pondering this morning after our misunderstanding yesterday. This morning I woke up and I was deeply in questions about how to resolve this issue. And thanks God that I study, and I try to study till the rest of my life, and I want to study more. So there is a wonderful book of David Deida. It's called The Way of the Superior Man. And in that book, one little sentence struck me like big time. He said something like this: a real man should learn how to love her woman with her moods. And that was exactly one of these examples of her moods trying to mess up our relationship. And I was like, I woke up in the morning and I was thinking like, wow, how this guy David Deida, first of all, how he came up with this thing. This must be some super guy. And then how I can cultivate this, how can I live with her moods, because this is not the first time that this happened, you know. Women are very moody. They're like the weather, they're like the wind. Like 5 minutes they are like this. Now we are talking good, and I don't know what's going to happen in the next 20 minutes. Maybe she will be very sad, but this is how women are. Now the question is how a man, this is a question for me, how can I cultivate this internal strength to deal with her moods? That's a big problem for men, you know. And that's all I had to say. You have to say something, yeah?
Yeah, dealing with a person's mood may seem a difficult task. It just, what I believe is one should develop certain coping mechanisms. One of the solutions may be to just go out for 10 minutes, to meditate, run around the block, not to smoke a cigarette. It's a bad thing, very addictive.
What did you do yesterday?
I went and ran around the block.
Liar! Tell them, be truthful, okay?
Yes. Well,
With
I
the
actually
cigarettes.
went out for a cigarette.
Okay,
right
so
away.
yeah, that
really-
is I understand you. I totally understand it. That's what you don't understand. You think I don't understand it, but I try to understand you. I know the pressure. I know, and this is not only me. And this is a lot of people do that. A lot of people, they understand the other person. But the question yesterday when this happened, I was thinking, what is it wrong here? What did I do? What did she do? I tried to stay in the house doing nothing for 10 minutes, and I tried to kind of think over this, what just happened, you know. So I already knew what happened. Something is in her moods, but I was not capable. When she came back, I was not even, back then I was not capable to resolve the problem. So that's why when we went to sleep, I woke up with this deep thinking, like, how can I get this thing resolved? I think it's a good point. And you can continue now about your thoughts. Yeah, I'm sorry to cutting you. I'm very aggressive, by the way, just to say.
Yeah, not a problem. It takes time to learn how to be a good conversationalist, because I think you're so used to having monologues in front of your camera.
Yes.
Yes, so it takes time to learn how to actually share the thoughts, how to have a dialogue.
Can I have a cigarette?
Yeah, so
Hello?
what are my thoughts on this topic? I think we are talking too much about this small situation, but the situations can be different, and the outcome is the same.
Where is
So
the cigarettes?
as Lev Tolstoy said in Anna Karenina, all happy families are happy in a similar way, and all unhappy families are unhappy in different ways.
So there is a common, you are saying that about happiness there is a common denominator about happiness, something
That's
like
what
this.
the Russian classic said.
I see, interesting.
Happiness is the same to anyone, and
So-
unhappiness has so many flavors, shades, and
Should I read it correctly and say there is a formula to happiness, kind of, you know, or not an algorithm, not a formula, but some kind of similarities in happiness, right?
probably. But when
Okay.
it comes to unhappiness,